Hi, I'm Jay Kenner, and I am here to answer questions about Anchor Me, which is my fourth full-length novel in the Stark trilogy featuring Nikki and Damien Stark. It releases April 11th, and I am so excited. And so in honor of the new release, we Eternal asked readers to send in questions. I'm picking 5 to answer on this video. So let's get started. The first question is from Pat, who asks, is this the end of Nikki and Damien? Hopefully not. Well, Pat, you get your wish, because it's not the end of Nikki and Damien. I love writing these characters. They really, really sing for me. And so, in fact, next month, in May, 1001 Dark Nights is releasing a Nikki and Damien novella called Hold Me. It'll be, obviously it'll have its own story, but it's also a little bit of an epilogue to Anchor Me, so that's going to be kind of fun. And then what I intend to do in the future is write them for holidays. I think that Valentine's Day, for example, is really appropriate for Nikki and Damien. So I can't guarantee that I'm going to do it every holiday, but they will definitely be showing up in some holiday books. More importantly, though, I am continuing to write in the world of Stark International, Damien's huge conglomerate. So you will see Nikki and Damien in other books, such as Wicked Grind, which is coming out in July, and then other books, Wicked Dirty, Wicked Torture, that will follow. So that's going to be really exciting, and it'll be fun to revisit those characters. By the way, I am sitting very close to the DFW airport, just outside of Dallas. So when you hear that noise, that's a plane, possibly flying to the UK. Okay, so let's move on to another question. Kima says, I absolutely love reading about Nikki and Damien. Will there be a baby in the near future for this lovely couple? Well, Kima, I have just 2 words for you. 3 words. 3 words for you. Read Anchor Me. And I can't say anything else, but that's just a little hint. Ashley asks, do you ever get so attached to your characters you have a sadness or mini depression when it's over? You know, I do, actually. I am like that as a writer and as a reader. I get so attached to my characters. I love spending time with them, which is why I tend to write so many books with characters I really love. Nikki and Damien have their 4 core books, Release Me, Claim Me, Complete Me, and now Anchor Me. But I've also written a lot of novellas that let me have the opportunity to go back in and visit with those characters some more, and I love that. I have other series where I do the same thing. I've gone back in and done Sylvia and Jackson. They have a novella because I didn't want to leave them, Take My Dare. But I'm like that as a reader too. I love going back and revisiting characters. So once I fall in love with a character, I don't like to let them go as a writer or a reader. So the answer is absolutely yes. Francie asks, given Nikki's painful past, how did you research her cutting and what can trigger an urge to do it? 2 ways, honestly. I was anorexic as a teen, and so I understand that need to that feeling of being out of control and of having this need to control it. Another plane. So that was sort of like the emotional core that I drew on as a writer. But I also went to a lot of message boards and talked with a few people, but mostly I just read the back and forth on these message boards for teens and young women, from their teenage years through their 20s who were dealing with the issue. And I think that really helped a lot. Certainly from the feedback I've had from readers, I think that Nikki really resonates with them. And so that's a really gratifying feeling to know that I was able to sort of capture what someone who cuts is going through in Nikki. And the final question is, Eliza asks, I'm in awe of Damien's boundless love for Nikki. What do you consider his greatest quality? I'm going to have to pick 3, which means I'm not really going with the greatest, but they all kind of mesh together. First of all, I'd say his devotion to Nikki. He is absolutely 100% over the top devoted to this woman that he loves. And tied into that is he's got a really intense core of emotional strength. And that's revealed by the fact that he has overcome so much. I mean, this poor guy has gone through a lot in his life, and he's overcome so much of it, and he's just got this core of strength that is wonderful for their relationship and also is very attractive in a man. Speaking of which, he's also incredibly smart, which I find very sexy. So all in all, I think those are some of his greatest qualities, and he's one of my favorite characters to write and frankly to read about, because I go back and reread the books before I write a new one. So I think it's a great question to end the Q&A with. I thank everybody who wrote in a question, and if you want to ask me more questions, feel free to come join my Facebook fan group, because I answer questions live in the crew. It's the J. Kenner crew. You can find the link on my website, jkenner.com, every Tuesday at different times during the day. So I will post during the week what time I'm going to be on that week, and you can post your questions and I'll answer them live. Anyway, it was great being here. Thanks again, and I'll see you in Bookland. Bye.